Keith Grinke here from Top Bay News with the Predator, Patrick Cote. 4 wins in a row here. Just fought in Brazil against Gustavo Machado. A great win. Why don't you talk about that fantastic victory?
I went to an enemy side. I went to Brazil to fight a Brazilian, but I trained with BTT Canada, with Brazilian Top in Canada, so people are really nice there. But I did the right thing. I took I took a Portuguese song as my entrance song, and people seemed to like it. And actually, I was the only non-Brazilian who got a cheer for it. So. But the fight went well. Knocked him out in the first round and put another win on my streak.
So I have to say, we talked to Chris Clements recently, and he says it's more nerve-wracking when he was fighting, getting to the UFC than it was fighting in the UFC. Are you finding the same thing now? Like you want to rack up the wins to get to the UFC? Is it more nervous for you now than it was when you were in the UFC?
No, for me no, because you know what, I'm undefeated outside the UFC. I'm 13-0, and I feel good, and I'm not a nervous guy. I do what I have to do in my training camp, and if I don't cheat my training camp, I'm not gonna be nervous to fight, because if they gonna beat me, it's because it's better than me. That's what I thought. That's what I think, and no, I'm not a very nervous guy. And actually, when I fought in Brazil, that was the fight I wasn't nervous at all. That was more Fabio, my coach.
Yeah.
He's from Brazil. He was nervous. He was very nervous. That first time he was nervous. And he didn't know why, but probably because we were at his place, and he did wanted me to do well.
Yeah, and of course it's Fabio Holanda you're talking about. Now in Brazil, it's really hot. Have you fought in that hot type of climate before? Like, did that affect you at all?
No, actually, that was my main worry about the fight. That was the weather there. But the venue was they put AC everywhere, and that was pretty that was okay. But for the training, we trained with on BTT over there. That was really hot. But a good thing about it. Losing weight to make the 185 was pretty easy.
Yeah, so that was 4 wins in a row since the UFC, and 3 of them ex-UFC fighters. You got Caleb Starnes, Crafton Wallace, Todd Brown, and now a TKO, an impressive TKO over Machado. What's going to take to get the Predator back? Any idea?
Yeah, I think I'm not the right guy to ask this question, because nobody understands why I'm not back yet. But you know what? I'm good with what I did. We asked them what we have to do to go back in the UFC. They told us, and we did it. They asked us to be back on the winning streak and finish guy. So I'm 4 wins in a row. I finished my two last guy in the first round. I don't know. I did my job. I saw a couple of guys in the middleweight division. They are on losing streak, and they are still in the UFC roster, and I still don't know. Don't know why. But at the end of the day, I don't take those decisions. My job is to be in shape and be ready when the fight is coming.
Yeah, so let's go to one of your passions here. I was on PatCoteMMA.com, your new website, and I noticed. I knew you were a golfer before. I've seen it. You tweet that, but Callaway actually sponsors you.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
You know what? I don't want to sound cocky, but I'm pretty good about finding my sponsor. I'm taking care of that by myself, because I like to do that. I like to build a relationship with sponsor, and I'm always going somewhere else than in comfort zone to find a sponsor. I think it's the way to have a new sponsor and the more money, because they don't have a lot of fighter to pay. Like if you go for a supplement, or if you go for clothing line. Everybody is like that, but I'm the only fighter who's sponsored by a golf company, and I approached them. I told them I was a good golfer. I love golf, and build a relationship with them. And right now I'm sponsored by Callaway since 4 years now, and it's all good.
Oh yeah, man, and the great golf clubs.
Yeah.
What do you shoot? Like, what are your woods? You have like R11s, R12s, or?
My handicap is a 7.
Okay.
So I'll play pretty good, but I'll play for like the last 10 years. I play a lot, like just like last year, last summer, and you have to understand we have winter in Montreal. So in last summer I played close to 70 games. So it's a lot. Sometimes 2 games in a row in the same day, but I love it.
Yeah. So, and coming out of you started the UFC, you started fighting. Looking back, would you rather like focus on trying to get to the PGA?
Actually, I wanted to be a professional golfer when I was young.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny, but I took a very different road
Yeah.
to become a fighter. But you know what? In my mind, the best life for a professional athlete, it's golfer for sure.
Well, yeah, and lots have that as their hobby is golf. And now also on your website, I saw that you're going to have a golf show. Is that
Yeah.
right, or is that just in talks?
We're still working on that. Actually, I'm working for a French channel. It's TV Sport. I'm a sport analyst there. I'm working for commentating for the UFC. I'm like the French Joe Rogan. I'm doing all the UFC in French. And there's another channel who approached me to do a golf show, to travel around the world. Not the world now, but that's the main goal, and to discover the new golf course and all this thing. And we're still working on that, but it's gonna happen. I don't know when, but it's gonna happen this year for sure.
Look for that. That'll be fantastic. So now back to your MMA career. So UFC hasn't called. So I guess no Patrick Cote on the Calgary card. What's next for you? Is anything lined up? What can we expect?
Right now, there's nothing planned. I just fought a month ago in Brazil, and for the next month, the UFC schedule is pretty crazy. So, like I said, I'm doing all the UFC. I'm commentating all the UFC, and when I do that, I have to work on the sport channel show too to build
Okay.
up the show and all this thing. So I'm gonna be pretty busy for the next month. June, it's crazy. I have 2 company too. So, like I said, my goal is to be back in the UFC. But if they didn't call me back, I'm good with that. If I stop fighting tomorrow, I'm not gonna change my lifestyle. I prepare my after career since 2 or 3 years, and now I'm all set to take my retirement. But I'm not there yet. I'm only 32 years old. I wanna be back in the UFC. I want to try another run at the title. I came close to
Very
have the
close.
belt around my waist, but I know, I went there once. I'm pretty sure I can go there again.
Yeah, and Taba News, it's a Canadian site, and definitely you're one of the most popular guys that's talked on the site, and we don't want to hear any talk of retirement from the Predator. I'd like to thank you for your time, Patrick, and I don't know if you'd like to thank any sponsors, friends, family.
Oh, but all my sponsor, you can see all my sponsor on my website, patcotemma.com. All my sponsors there, all the news is there. This website, it's another level, because we're gonna build a celebrity network from this site. So we're gonna have a lot of celebrities. It's gonna be like Facebook, but for celebrity. So this is one of my other company. We build website, and my company of nutrition company is there to Carfit Living. So you can go there and be right on the news to know what's going on with me in the future.
All right, that's great. Thank you for your time, Patrick.
All right,
Appreciate it.
thank you.